Hello everybody, welcome back. We are continuing on and potentially tonight finishing up our Soul Reaver retrospective with some more Soul Reaver 2. We are in the final time zone, so the third act is kicking off. Just got our Air Reaver, which got just get back here, and we are now in the time when Janos Aldrin lived. And are going to make our way to try and find him. So we have to go past the pillars once again and up.
For all the butchery of Mobius's crusade, this massacre was somehow more chilling.
All the Sarafan were
The
crazy.
killing fields of the Sarafan betrayed a kind of orderly ruthlessness, the cold-blooded righteousness of the true believer.
Alright, so are we going up this way? I can't properly remember which way we want to go. I'm guessing it's this way. And we had to climb it because for whatever reason we couldn't make it through that gate. And there's a way back up if we have decided that we're going the wrong way. Going south. So. What do we have here? The Dark Shrine. Yeah, I think we have to get out of here. Let's probably go that way. Yes, this is, I think, looking like the right way. It's oddly quiet. Oh, no, we just did a full circle. Huh. Okay, well that's odd. Obviously this is the way we have to go because this triggered a cutscene. But from here, where are we going? So it's not this way. Maybe it's that way. Yeah, that's where we came out from the time portal. So I guess we go this way after all. Why? All of the other parts of this place were not doing that. Why is this place suddenly? Let's get some light on here. We're leaving the swamp, so we'll never have to deal with it again anyway. Aha, yes. This far back in Nosgoth's history. Yeah, this entire thing is now drained. Pretty much. Oh, you jerk. Yeah, we need the air back. Whoa! There we go. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yep, this is where we want to be. Yeah, the water is totally drained in this timeline, finally. Which ain't gonna help much, because we gotta get higher up to get back to where the pillars are. Thankfully, we have just the way to do that. Where is... That's the dark font. That's... Ah! That answered that. I think. pretty sure this is what we wanted. I just need to orient myself in a way that I can see. Yes. Yo, it's a little baby Cthulhu, Tony J. He's so tiny. He isn't even wrapped around anything. He's just a little baby. Hello. Would be nice if that replenished your health. Yeah. Uncorrupted pillars. They're still whitish. I'm surprised he had nothing to say. Pretty sure there's somewhere to get us like full physical health back right around here. Y'all ain't running anywhere except for in my mouth. So you really have nothing to say, Mr. Tony J. Cthulhu. But he was very tiny. Maybe we come back here? Maybe I'm going the wrong way. I don't know at this point. Alright. Well, we'll know in a minute. Because what are y'all doing over here? I have gone the wrong way. Because we're about to hit the pillars. Whoa. Yeah, if he isn't saying anything about the pillars yet, then we're definitely gone the wrong way. Yeah, I thought so. Janos Aldrin's retreat was out past the swamp, the mountains. Look here, you dodgy jake. My soul. You are mine too. You know what? Y'alls can just screw off. I don't even need to bother with y'all. Well, at least we reminded ourselves of the topography of this place. Yes, of course. Like, that is a picture of Janos, so of course we're going past here. Just bullying them. Such a tiny Cthulhu! It's just a little baby. You know, screw you. Don't need your shit. I do need that dark one. Actually, I think I need the air one first. Sharks. Need it for that. There we go. Now I'm gonna have to find a dark font because I need to build a bridge. No. Over there, though. Ah, that's how. Don't rightly know if I can make it across that. Actually, wait. This is permanently turned on now, I think. So... wow, if you screw up and come back here before you're supposed to, they don't make it easy to get back. I don't think that's working. Gotta take it from the top. Now we should be able to get out of here. Yes. Okay, let's get out of here. Wings didn't want to open there. What? There we go. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of Cthulhu Cavern back on the road. Okay. Honey, we're home. I swear I was able to run through it normally the last time I was playing this. Either way, it's fine. We can get out of here pretty quickly. What am I getting wrong here? Didn't think so. Oh. Nope, that's an invisible wall. That's where I want to be going. Oh, these bigger slew are annoying. Both of y'all can get eaten. Alright, now. Figure out a way up there. There's our way back. I'm just guessing we're gonna need that for whatever we can do to get up there. I can see the path up. That's the way to Janos's. Oh, fuck, I'm an idiot.
By all that is holy!
Here at last, in the flesh, I beheld my former brothers in arms, the warrior priests of the Sarafan Order, their lives devoted solely to the annihilation of the vampire plague. And while I confess, I felt a twinge of longing, a pang of grief for what I had believed was my lost virtue, I regarded them now with none of the reverence I formerly felt. For I had seen the human face of the vampires, and now I beheld the monstrousness of these men.
All right, boys.
Free your soul, Reaver!
Oh, no. I'll free your souls. This spearman. Thank you, boys. I'll take the sword. Okay, we came from that way. Which way do we want to go again? That way.
Over there!
Is this our way back? Yes. We got next? You? These spearmen. buddy. Ah, we're back to Ustenheim.
Free
Whoa!
soul demon.
Considered a Sarafan city, I guess, in this time period. What a charming welcome. Return to my, well, my sword in this case. Not my mouth. This time at least. Let's hit up that save point real quick.
All that is holy.
God, you spearmen are annoying. There, see? Blocking did you no good. It was inevitable. I'll feed you both my sword.
Free your soul demon.
How about I free yours?
Soul demon.
Well, not really freeing it so much as trapping it in my sword, but if there's anyone doing anything with souls here,
Get him.
it's me. So they're at least right in that regard.
There's another one.
Guard me, brothers.
There, you have no brothers left to guard you. Stop running, lady. Feed me. Okay, it came from that way.
Guard me, brothers.
There we go. Just like that. Full health. Ow. Ow. Look, you jerk. mean, as y'all can see, I'm just playing with you. If I really want to kill you, I will. There doesn't seem to be a way up there, but that's okay. Because this is the way we are trying to go.
After my long journey, I finally stood on the threshold of enlightenment. For here was Janos Audrin's mountain retreat, intact and unblemished. The upheaval that would one day topple this ancient edifice had not yet occurred. And while I had no certainty that Janos still lived, this scene boded well, for I presumed that the collapse of the retreat must have followed the ancient vampire's demise. There was only one obstacle. How to reach the balcony suspended at that maddening height, so far beyond my reach. For this was the architecture of winged creatures. The tattered ruins of my wings were of no use. I would need to devise some other means into that mountain.
I'm sure we can figure it out. There's an underwater portion that we can go to. There's the air Reaver over there. Dark Reaver over there. I've already got an air Reaver equipped. You know what? Let's go underwater first, see what's going on. Aha! When we see that symbol, we know. Whoa! We're still underwater here. Made it. I vaguely remember this puzzle, but it has been a long time. What the? Oh, shoot. One of the eyeballs, so we need a Dark Reaver to get anywhere near that thing. Yes. Time to start thinking vertically. Yeah. Eyeballs right there. How could I miss that? We have an Air Reaver font there. That is empty, unlike the one at the top. Or unlike the one at the bottom, I should say. It's puzzling time! That would explain why we needed the Air Reaver. Oh. Well, That does not seem like a very good thing that we've done at all. But I guess we needed to get the Dark Reaver font to, oh.
That's him!
Over there!
Return to hell! Oh! No!
It's actually very sneaky. Let's get this chalice. Hey! Get blinded. Now this is a soundtrack that is very reminiscent to the original Soul Reaver. A bloody stone path. How gothy is that? In the realm of Nosgoth, it must be very gothy. Reflection on the ground there.
The mountain's interior was hollow, I discovered, and graced with soaring architecture unique to its creators. As with the outer facade, these balconies and galleries could only be reached by those gifted with flight. With only my ruined wings to carry me, this towering labyrinth seemed impassable, while the object of my quest lay just beyond my grasp. For here, suspended at the apex of the chamber, was the threshold that surely led to the great vampire himself. I didn't know whether Janos Audron was the monster depicted in the stronghold, or one of the noble creatures memorialized among the ruins of the ancient vampires. And I didn't care. Demon or angel, he alone held the key to my destiny.
Some big implications there for you, Raz. We got a light font. That's the Light Reaver sigil on that glass as well. Air Reaver font right over there. Which we need to break that. the chalice, 2 chalices over there. That was weird. Another chalice here. Alright, so we've got our setup. Ahoy, Mr. Drew and wife of Drew. Thanks for the raid, and hope you guys are having a good night. How has the Astrobot been going for you, my good friend? Oh, that's going to be a problem. Isn't it? The fact that we cannot use our wings while holding this. I can't fling this thing, can I? No? Ah! Ooh! So you completed 2 more galaxies, or you just got the first 2 done so far? Because I know as of yesterday, or as of 2 days ago, I think you had finished off the first galaxy. Can I put this back? No? Can I empty it? Now can I put it back? No. Why I know can... Why I cannot put it back. Okay, I think there's gonna have to be something else that we can do with this particular chalice. Well, there is one guaranteed way I know we can drop it. Can put it down anywhere. Am I forgetting how to drop things? Either way, that's one way to drop it. Also, hello, Cumulus Fly. And welcome. Alright. Let's see what we gotta do first. We gotta open this up. I think we can... Yeah, so we just need to get back to the physical realm. Like you would with the... See, I always just drop the weapons by throwing them, and it wasn't letting me go into the first person. If there's a way to drop weapons, I've totally forgotten what it was. Then again, like, to be fair, I think the last time I played this game was, like... 2006? 2006, maybe? Maybe 2008 was the very last time I played this game. It's been a long time. I just want to get to Odo, man. Come on. Let's do it. Yep. There we go. Now we can take those around. Once we open the other door. If I remember correctly, no, you're right. There was a way to drop weapons by, like, crouching and then you could press a button to, like, put it down. So... Also, speaking of the intersections between Star Trek and Soul Reaver, Michael Bell, Raziel's voice actor, was Groppler Zorn in the series premiere of The Next Generation, Mission to Farpoint 1 and 2. So, yeah. Okay, good. I remembered to fill that. Guess for luck from the boy. Alright. So are you're gonna lead me to the air thing, or are you gonna do both of these? Please do the other one too. Yes, he was. I remember that. And of course, Tony J was, well, everywhere. Pretty sure Tony J showed up in something Star Trek related as well. Yay, shortcuts in case I screw up and fall. I just remembered that this dungeon does that for us. It is good to know ridiculous and random stuff. It provides many fun points of conversation. And makes you a whiz at trivia night. By default. Two most beautiful words in the English language. Default! Default! Excuse me, I gotta take a sip of my drink here. Okay. Aha! Okay. We ain't hitting that one from here. Unless... we gotta hit it from there. So we need our light Reaver again. And we're gonna need a Dark Reaver if we want to go anywhere that way. Good to know. Dude, get out of my way. Oh! That didn't give me enough soul initially. It's weird. They usually do. Buddy! Buddy! Let me eat your friend. Or at least... they're incredibly passive until you try to eat. It's almost like they're programmed that way. Yes! Yes! That one! Yes! He was. So there you go. All three main actors from this series all appeared in TNG. And, of course, one of the cooler supporting characters appeared in as one of the central characters in DS9. I actually very much remember that, because that episode with Troy getting married to Tony J is absolutely hilarious. Not Troy, Troy's mom, Luoxana. That it is so good. Especially the scene at the end where she's just like, fuck it, I'm gonna do a traditional Betazoid wedding, and just shows up completely naked. No, Tim Russ is not in this game. This game's cast is incredibly white. Anyhow, that's not a bad thing either, because they're all like classically trained Shakespearean actors that bring such an overwrought amount of unnecessary drama to their roles that it makes it brilliant. In like the cheesiest, corniest Shakespearean way, this game is brilliant, and also still like low-key the best video game voice acting at the time that it came out. Case in point, this game and Final Fantasy X came out in the same year. Ah, there we are, we can put it down. And only one of those two games has that scene with the laughing. You know what I mean. No, shit, you need to do it from over there. So I need Dark Reaper then. Where do I find the Dark Reaper? Reaver. Reaper, Reaver, tomato, tomato. Or, I stop overthinking things, stupid, and just take the shot from here like I'm supposed to. Forgetting that that's the way I came. It's like, oh, I'm gonna have to try and get the Dark Reaver so I can loop back around and shoot the bridge down. No, just shoot the bridge down, stupid. Ah, perfect. There we go. That's what I like about the environmental puzzles for this particular dungeon too. They're very straightforward, but they're only straightforward if you are actually taking stock of your surroundings. Oh, this whole dungeon is about bloodstone bridges. You get the blood, it goes all molten, it makes the stone. Bloodstone. It's like it all congealed super fast. Okay. You. Hi! He jumped! Not that it saved him or anything. Righto. Oh, I'm a fool. That's what I meant to do. Take that. It's all salsa? Ya no salsa, make all the girls want to dance in the dance and take off their underpants. Ya no salsa. Ya no salsa. I am not sorry. Whew. This much salsa and it's going to be a con carne very soon. Ay carambo. Okay. Okay. So we gonna have to kill 2 bitches on this floor. Aha. Alright. We need the light Reaver for that. Hopefully it's going to be nice and there'll be a font for it up here and I don't have to go all the way back down to the bottom. No. Escúchame, no. I have salsa to pour for the big nacho party. There will be luchadors at the nacho party. Ramses will not be singing at the parties. For Ramses, he does not sing at the parties. This is probably not what I'm supposed to do, but... Yep, didn't think so. That was a weird one. Okay. Well, we're back down at the bottom anyway, so we know what to do. Whoop. Whoop, 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 whoop. I was just being lazy. I was like, I don't want to go all the way back down, even though it'll take me 5 seconds to get back up here. Maha. Woohoo! First shot. For that, I'm taking a shot. Tequila. What? I'm confused. What the fuck did I drop? Can I make that? Haha, I can. Aha! I did not explore enough. That was my error. Look here, Jumpy. You are not Jumpman. Not old enough. Or maybe too old. I don't know. Not judging. So then... Okay. Let's start this proper. We've got blood bridges we can make now. Sorry, salsa bridges. We're running with that now. Totally. You know, it'd also help filling up the chalice. That would help. Something tells me on this playthrough I'm not getting the trophy for doing the final part of the Janos' retreat in 15 minutes. Just like how this playthrough we will not be getting the finish the game in under 6 hours. Bloody air! Oh, I get it. I see what they wanted me to see this entire time. We are done with the light Reaver for now. We need the air Reaver. And then we're going to have to go and get the light Reaver. Thankfully, we can get up here really quickly. With said light Reaver. Nope, still from that side. Hey, camera. Grab this salsa. And there we go. To be fair, had I remembered exactly how to do that, 15 minutes, that would be done no problem.
Janos Audrin?
It is heartening after all these years to hear my name spoken without contempt. Raziel? My child, what have they done to you?
I have been dragged through hell and back. All it seems to reach this moment. But I don't yet know why.
Nor do you know how he knows your name.
For thousands of years I have waited, alone here, losing faith. At the time of the binding, 9 guardians were called to serve the pillars, and I was summoned as the 10th guardian, the keeper of the Reaver, the weapon of our salvation. Over time, our race died out, until I alone remained, sustained only by my obligation to you and by my guardianship of the blade.
And the other 9? Why did their guardianship not sustain them?
I don't know. As our race dwindled, the humans prospered. I have watched over the centuries as our history faded into myth and finally receded altogether. The humans have forgotten us entirely and claimed the pillars for themselves, wholly ignorant of their true purpose. To them, I am merely a devil, the origin of their vampire plague.
Why would the pillars summon human guardians then, if they are meant to be served by vampires?
The pillars choose their guardians from birth, Raziel, and vampires are no longer born.
Are you going to address how you know his name?
This is the crux of our dilemma. And this is the terrible irony. With their vampire purge, the members of the Circle have assaulted the very architects of the pillars they are sworn to protect. They have embarked on a treacherous path. With every vampire they kill, the humans are slitting their own throats. They know I'm up here, beyond their reach, and it terrifies them.
Not so much beyond the reach
You
anymore.
can
With
see
a
how
hole
they
like
flaunt
that in
their
your wall.
kills to torment me, or perhaps simply to lure me out. They have this foolish notion that destroying me will somehow topple our entire bloodline. Thankfully, we're not that fragile.
I have seen them mustering their forces in the village below.
Yes. I don't know what they're plotting, but I fear our time may be bitterly short.
Mankind seems to have brought you only torment and grief. You must hate them.
They fear what they don't understand, and they despise what they fear. But no, I do not hate them.
Vorador does.
He has suffered much. He cannot forgive them.
Should they be forgiven?
They don't understand what they're doing. They are simply unenlightened and vulnerable to manipulation.
So, it's all true then. What Kain and Vorador have told me. I really am some kind of unholy vampire messiah.
Yep.
Unholy? No. Messiah, perhaps.
I don't like that word. It smells of martyrdom.
Raziel, your role in this world's destiny is more crucial and more benevolent than you've allowed yourself to believe. Your journey will not be easy. Dark powers are allied against you. But I think you already know this. You appear to have been cruelly tested. The binding must be secured, Raziel. The pillars are the lock.
And the Reaver is the key.
Yes.
The Reaver is here. Why do I feel nothing?
The most formidable weapon ever forged by our swordsmiths. They infused the blade with vampiric energy, empowering the Reaver to drain our enemies of their precious lifeblood.
As Janos presented the blade, an inexplicable sense of dread crept over me, more palpable than anything I'd felt before. I was at once horribly repelled by the sword, and yet irresistibly compelled to touch it, to take it up. Please, take it away from me.
So soon.
Fear you have been followed.
I thought this happened after the fire shrine, but no.
You must save yourself, Raziel.
Janos! No! My surroundings whirled sickeningly, and I found myself transported safely away from the ambush to an adjacent chamber. Janos had delivered me from the Sarafan, selflessly forfeiting his own safety to preserve my life. And now I feared that my newfound mentor would be slaughtered by the very crusaders I had so recently revered. The irony pierced me, and with dawning horror, I realized that I had been duped by Mobius from the beginning. For the Sarafan had simply followed the path I gullibly blazed through this sanctuary.
Yep.
And had arrived bearing Mobius' staff. Thus armed, they had Janos at their mercy.
I'm still
Through the door, I could
going
hear
on
them
the
battling,
fact that
less than a
Raziel has
dozen
no inner
paces
monologue.
away.
He's actually saying all of this
May
out
as
loud.
well have been 1,000 miles, for this barrier was sealed by elemental forces I did not possess. It seemed Janos had conveyed me into the heart of the fire shrine. I thought perhaps if I could galvanize the forge and imbue the Reaver in time, I might have a slim chance of saving Janos from his grisly fate.
And now we have, in my opinion, the easiest puzzle shrine in the game, but also stylistically the coolest. Like, it is my firm opinion that it is puzzle design like this that inspired certain aspects of things like Pandora's Temple in God of War. Like, that kind of super intelligent environmental puzzling. Like, I wouldn't be surprised given, like, the time between releases from the first God of War and this, if this maybe helped inspire some of that. The Snapple Forge! Is it, what, like strawberry kiwi Snapple? Because that doesn't look like your standard peach iced tea. It's a bit too red. Oh no, I already fucked it up. No, I didn't. Maybe I did. Reaver's looking kind of weak right now for some reason. I wonder if that's a bug. The Snapple! No! My fire! Why? Am I like pressing the button too fast? Like, why are the wings not coming out? It's weird. And it's too early to blame the alcohol. What? swear, it's been doing this all stream to me, and it hasn't been in the past. But, like, I've made so many jumps where it's like, and wings! And the wings, they don't come out. We have a new font, the Light Reaver font. Yeah, this is definitely Strawberry Kiwi Snapple. Okay. We have let there be light. Now what? Gonna be wanting to try and get up there next, obviously. What? See, if we had the Air Reaver out, but the Air Reaver forge is down there, so we need to drain the blood first. Which I don't quite see a way to do. You know, all of the nicest people have, like, bathtubs full of blood and rooms full of blood. Like, I'm sure Elizabeth Bathory was an absolute dear at parties. There has to be a reason that they gave you to me right now. That might be the reason. Because those definitely ain't gonna do shit with the Light Reaver. The Air Reaver, those things become very useful. You know, like, maybe the blood in here is truly what keeps Janos' skin looking so baby blue. You really can never tell. Is this raising the water back up now? Yes. That's fine. I can now make all of those things do stuff. Wah! Oh, it activates all of them. I thought I had to activate one at a time. Here's where I find out. if that damn thing stayed lit when I threw it up there. Or if it just disappeared through the effing wall. We're gonna go with the latter. There we go. It is such a neat, like, architecturally, who the fuck would build this? But at the same time, I'm so glad someone had the architectural insanity to build this. Oh. Okay. Okay. I see what they want us to do now. You know, at this point, I really hope it is Snapple and not Tabasco sauce, because if it was Tabasco sauce, that'd be really stingy on the eyes. Oh, that's not good. That's better. Woo! Made it in time. Fire Reaver acquired.
I plunged the Reaver into that furnace and forged the blade with elemental fire. With the Reaver thus imbued, I was now armed to
I
unlock
like the little
elemental
Fire
barrier
Reaver blade on the
and
statue in the
rescue
background. That's
Janos
really
from his
cool little touch.
executioners.
Max health achieved. And yeah, we're definitely gonna rush all the way to the end in this stream, because there is no point in taking a long pause to do what'll pretty much be done in about 10-15 minutes at this point. But that said, I do need a little quick puff of something, so I'm gonna go take a 2-3 minute bio break. So this is a great time to replenish snacks, go to the bathroom if that's your thing, and yeah, we will see you back again in about 2-3 minutes. Raziel just gonna chill here and slowly lose health, because he's unkillable, so I don't care if he loses health. I'll be back in a few minutes. Oh, hey, and we're back. And yes, Janos is definitely screwed either way. Spoiler alert. For, well, pretty much everyone who's played this game at this point, or kind of had the inkling that we weren't going to get there in time. Really, the fact that I remember the ending of this game very vividly makes me upset that Defiance is not available on current digital shops, unless maybe I go to Steam.
Hold him!
The Heart of
Look at
Darkness.
his black heart. How it still beats.
The fiend intends to bury us alive. Razia,
The face.
we must get out of here.
Remember the sword!
Forgive me. I'm sorry. I failed you.
He is still somehow alive. Heartless though he be.
Razia. Perhaps this was my true purpose.
It was.
Simply to save your life this once.
While I have taken yours.
Embrace your destiny, Razia. You must reclaim the Reaver. It was forged for you and you alone. Without it, there is no hope.
Still though, like, given when this game came
As
out,
I backed away from
they had
Janos'
every
body,
opportunity
I was
to
overwhelmed
fuck up
by a
the
sense
line
of
reading there with
self-loathing
super
so
cringe, and they
deep,
didn't.
I could barely contain it. In that instant, I rejected all that I ever was, and embraced the role Janos had safeguarded for me so patiently throughout the centuries.
And
I
again,
knew then
remember,
what I
Raziel
had
has
to
no
do.
inner monologue. He's saying all of this out
Task for
loud.
which I was uniquely prepared. I would pursue the Sarafan dogs to their loathsome fortress and avenge Janos Audrin's murder. Mobius would pay dearly for his treachery, and my Sarafan brethren would reap the horrors they had sown. I would retake the stolen Reaver, which was rightfully mine. And finally, when all these debts had been paid, I would reclaim Janos Audrin's heart from their filthy, unworthy hands. If the heart was truly imbued with the power to restore vampiric unlife, its highest purpose was clear to me. I would restore the heart to Janos, and thus undo the vile crime committed by my abominable former self.
And again, you know, the laughing scene from Final Fantasy X aside, which this game was released in the same year as, this game was also released in the same year as Devil May Cry, and we all remember the great line readings that game gave us. I mean, is this game's line reading cheesy? Yes. Is it awesome? Yes. Because it suits the mood perfectly. That's why it's awesome.
We've been expecting you, little Razia.
So, these demonic pests were not merely the product of Nosgoth's corrupted future, for here they were, hurtling back over 5 centuries to pursue me. These creatures, I suspected, were minions of the unseen forces that had hoped to control me. This was the tangible expression of their displeasure. These demons were unleashed as the penalty for my disobedience.
Pretty much. They still gonna get fucked up. Well, you know, his accent is so captivating that they can't help but listen, Mr. Drew. Like, they're just as enamored with it as the rest of us. Give me the soul. Stop blocking like a bitch. Thank you. Nope, not quite yet.
Let me enlighten you, poor Raziel.
There's one more of you, right? Yep. Yes, yes, we hear you. Waist deep in snow. Like most of northern Ontario is going to be by the end of the week. You have no brothers left to guard you. Okay.
There he is, the savior of Nosgoth.
Hey! Because for some reason, I don't think the Fire Reaver is going to do much with fire demons.
You are no threat.
You're so little a threat that I'm saving instead of fighting you. Thank you. Oh shit, there's more? Where are you at? Seriously, where are y'all at? I'd like to go now, please. Well, you know, they realized that if you're gonna be casting in the winter, you're gonna shave your head. You know, nothing compares. They want to fight the real enemy. Thank you so much for waiting. That was so kind of you. I mean, I didn't even want to pick this up. That was a complete mistake. This does nothing to you. Uh-oh. Stop blocking at any time, buddy. You're only delaying the inevitable. Told ya. That was a little bit bullshit. Slightly sus. Hey! I just seem to be landing more hits running around blindly hitting him.
Free your soul, demon!
Wait, what? Who? Dude! You've been waiting there this entire time? Apparently he was waiting there with a purpose.
There's one.
Thank you. Hey! Look! Sinead O'Connor. I mean, that makes sense, right? Her armor looked slightly Celtic.
Come closer, Razia.
Okay. Was that what you wanted, wannabe Doom Demon? Oh, we are so about to get bumped back to the spirit realm. The bench? We want to go this way. Trudging through that swamp. Oh, we are so getting shunted back to the spirit realm, like, right now.
You shall not pass.
That is not you who is supposed to be saying that line, low-budget Balrog. No. Fucking Slua. Seriously. Nom. Nom nom. Dude! Fuck! When did they suddenly get all of these, like, rapid-fire moves? Do not care about y'all. I care about getting to Tony J. The Cthulhu way. Hello. There it is. Fire Reaver up there. Sure, we'll... Actually, you know what? No. I don't need to fire it up. That's what you get for hitting me. Your buddy can live. He didn't hit me. And I've got a Cthulhian entity to talk to. Talk smack to, really. Because in this timeline, he's just a little baby. He's just a little baby. He's only got one eye. He had like 7 eyes in the last timeline. This timeline, he ain't even wrapped around a single pillar.
You have failed me, Raziel.
I wonder, Old One. Did you truly resurrect me, or were you simply there when I awakened from my torment in the abyss?
Both.
I suspect you found me merely convenient, dropped in your lair by Kain, indestructible for some reason, a durable and gullible tool for you to manipulate. This one thing I readily admit. I have been used by others time and again, but always I seem to stray from their path. What is it about me, demon, that makes me such an unreliable instrument? Why do I survive one trial after another, on and on, in an endless succession of humiliating deaths and resurrections?
That would be my fault.
It seems there is much more to my destiny and my history than I know. Perhaps more than you know as well.
And really, he hasn't... I think we've been, like, actually killed and sent back to a checkpoint a total of once between both Soul Reaver games, and it was a demon in this game that did it. Because I underestimated how much damage they can do if you don't at least try to dodge them. Yeah, I don't care. I have to go kill myself. Not myself. My past. You know what? It's convoluted. I'll see y'all in the sequel. Because I know what's coming and I want full health for it. Uncorrupted Pillars of Nosgoth.
can change his destiny. What a fool.
Got them fast enough. Ah, the pillars. Hi guys. How you doing? You doing good?
Return to hell! Return to hell! Free your soul, demon!
Okay.
Guard me, brothers!
Give me the sword. I like it better than the spear.
There's one!
Guard me, brothers!
Return to hell!
Ow! Jesus Christ, guys. Guys. You know what? Bye.
That's him!
Hi!
Guard me, brothers!
Free your soul, demon!
Alright, I'll kill the next bunch with a weapon.
Return to hell!
Guard me, brothers!
Had to kill 3 sorcerers in a row without taking any damage for that. Look. You know what? Into the water with you. I said, into the water with you. I said, water. Oh, shit. It's frozen over.
Free your soul, demon.
Guard me, brothers.
Oh. I am at full health.
Guard me, brothers.
Let's switch back to the Fire Reaver, just cuz. Oh, also apparently I needed to. The, like, one and only Fire Reaver required puzzle item, I'm pretty sure. Right. We know how to get in here. It's Light Reaver time, baby. Oh, shit. Coming at this from the wrong angle, ain't I? Nope. We're good. The fuck? Reticle was off. You all saw it. It wasn't me.
Get it.
Hi. How you doing? This is your stronghold, right? Don't mind me.
Take the beast down.
Oh, I could have just gotten the 3 sorcerers without taking damage right here. Like, very easy.
Guard me, brothers. Guard me, brothers.
You know what? You can't live.
Guard me, brothers.
I was gonna say she could live, but I was annoyed of falling into the water. So she had to die. Hello. Looks like you're all locked in here with me. Isn't that a shame?
There's one.
And, you know, I think I said it close to, like, when we started Soul Reaver. No, it was more in the middle when we were in the future timeline, but, like, if you're going to reuse the exact same environment 3 different times in your game, like, this was a very clever way to use that. To, like, just reuse the same overworld environment for 3 time periods. Like, they did a good job, is what I'm saying. Hello?
Seize him!
Nope, that's locked. But that's fine.
Suddenly and inexplicably, I discovered the Reaver suspiciously laid across my path. Again, I sensed nothing of that temporal distortion, the peculiar sense of displacement I had felt when I encountered the Reaver in William's chapel. Cornered here with the blade, I suffered the same nameless dread that I had experienced when Janos first presented the Reaver to me. I felt at once repelled by the blade, and yet overwhelmingly compelled to seize it.
And seize it he does!
So, Raziel, here we are, finally. You have no choice but to confront me now, and I am not so foolish as I've let you believe. We have business to conclude.
His lips aren't moving.
You knew I would lead the Sarafan to Janos, you vile bastard. You've been orchestrating my every move. My destiny is an amusement to you.
It was fun while it lasted. I think not, Raziel. Malik, do not let this creature leave. He poses a danger to the Circle. Poor, deluded Raziel. Did you somehow imagine you had the guile to change history on me? I'm the Time Streamer. I knew your every intention before you did, you imbecile.
Merlin?
Lord Mobius, there is trouble within. The Circle is under
Hold
attack.
fast, Malik. This one is the real danger to us.
What are you trying to concoct here, Mobius?
You toxic creature. Did you imagine I'd simply allow you to run loose? Corrupting everything you encounter.
I admit that I've underestimated you to this point, Mobius. But it's a mistake I won't repeat.
Wrong again, Raziel.
Quite literally. Wrong again.
Now, Malik. Bolt the door.
Using his staff to disable my Wraithblade, Mobius effectively disarmed me, leaving me with only one choice of weapon. And yet I confess, it was not the lack of options, but blind rage that made me take up the Reaver. In my fury, it felt as though my hand had acted of its own will. And now, that same hand clutched the hilt with unyielding strength, and I felt a constrained tingling, a remote but palpable sense of longing, as the disabled Wraithblade tried vainly to embrace its physical twin.
Now we go from mostly invincible to entirely invincible. Like, no joke, Raziel may be in the running for most powerful protagonist in all of gaming.
Come to take
He
your revenge,
cannot
demon.
die.
Back to hell with you.
I recognize these two as my former brethren, in life as Sarafan, and in unlife as Kain's vampire sons. Melchiah and Zephon, the weakest of Kain's brood. These bastards had no idea what future lay in store for them.
Pretty
How they
much.
would become the very thing they so despised. The Reaver hummed with ravenous anticipation. Janos had called it a vampiric blade, endowed with the power to drain its victims of their lifeblood. I was eager to see what the Reaver would do to these two.
Oh, God. Like, I really do love the whole irony and setup of all this. See, like, no matter what they do, now my health bar does not go down. Like, that's the other thing. 2001, truly the year of boss fights that you could not lose. Case in point, Final Fantasy X, once again, if you manage to make it past Jacked and his cheap-ass, like, 6 turns to your 1 turn, like, and get to the final form of the final boss of Final Fantasy X, your entire party has constant auto life for some inexplicable reason, and you can't die. Like, if I wasn't trying at the combat before, knowing that I can't be hurt, I'm kind of not trying enough. Here, I'm even taking a shot while I try to hit these guys with my sword. And I literally hit one while sipping. Alright, let's actually... That's one. And two.
As Melchiah and Zephon fell before my blade, I felt the Reaver's bloodthirst as keenly as I ever had when I was
That's
still a
actually
vampire.
really fitting, because
I could
Melchiah
sense
and
the
Zephon
boundary
are the
between
first
us
two
dissolving.
bosses of the first
Reaver
Soul
was
Reaver.
consumed with my rage, and I was intoxicated by its bloodlust. The blade had a vitalizing effect on me. My physical energy no longer decayed over time, and the wounds inflicted by my foes healed almost instantly. The Reaver had made me invincible.
Literally. The fuck? There? No. Hang? Okay, fine. It was the other one. It wasn't the other one? Uh-oh. Oh, I'm just an idiot.
come to reclaim the monster's black heart?
No, Kain doing a different voice.
My former brethren, Duma and Rahab, confronted me next. This all seemed so elegantly choreographed.
Yep.
Exhilarated by the Reaver, I was drunk with revelations. I could finally appreciate the delicious irony of Kain's blasphemous private joke, and I reveled as I colluded with him across the centuries. For it was I who put these bastards in their tomb, thus providing the corpses for Kain to raise as his vampire sons a millennium from now.
That's actually kind of funny that they, Now, I don't know if I killed Melchiah and Zephon in proper order, but I wonder if there's, like, a hidden achievement or something. I'll have to check that. For, like, killing these 4 in order. That was definitely Rahab down first, though, in that one.
Get back to the pit you crawled from, demon.
And here at last was my brother Turel, who along with Duma would bear me into the abyss without questioning Kain's command. So dutiful and righteous, even as a vampire. I guess some habits die hard. The vampire Turel had eluded my vengeance. The Sarafan Turel would not.
Pretty much. Although Turel's brood definitely got it by my hand in Soul Reaver. And were the most annoying of all the vampire broods. Look here, you pokey motherfucker! Poke, poke, poke. Is that all you do? I mean, I could block. But that's just no fun. Boring, simple ass bastard. Like, you're not doing anything other than literally prolonging the inevitable. Told you. See? We all know. They just... I can't remember. Do we get to off Malik as well? Because, like, both Malik and Terrell are the two that we do not fight in the first Soul Reaver. I guess they saved Malik for Defiance or something? I don't know.
So, vampire, here we are. You've destroyed my brethren, and now you've come for me. You'll find I'm not such easy prey.
And that face
I don't want to kill,
model
but I
is
will
really
if I
bad.
must. Return the heart to me, and we can end this now.
The Heart of Darkness.
You've come to avenge that filthy parasite and reclaim his foul heart.
The Heart of Darkness.
You're a righteous fiend, aren't you? Apparently I am. No, vampire. This
I don't
is
know if
where
that's
it
spoilers. I
ends, but
legit
you
do
won't
not
believe
remember
in
if
this
you
world.
kill
Now, let's finish
Malik in
this.
Defiance or
I'll
not.
make it mercifully quick. As you did for Janos? No, that beast had eluded us for far too long. It would have been a shame to end him too quickly.
Your lips aren't moving.
It's ironic, really.
Now they are.
The great Janos order
Unfortunately.
turned out to be no challenge at all.
You looked better when your lips weren't moving.
Did you hear his cowardly screams when I tore that black heart out of his carcass?
Hang on. I gotta take a sip of my drink. Okay, that was good. Kill yourself! And, like, one thing I have always loved about this last boss fight, the fact that the two, like, Raziel is fighting himself in a room with a snake eating its own tail. Talk about metaphors being on the fucking head. Seriously. Excuse me, I gotta take a drink. That was nice. You poor sod. You do not stand a chance. Also, you know, like, credit where it's due for Crystal Dynamics for giving you the ball, for having the balls to make you literally invincible for this whole portion. And that's the game.
I renounce you.
I'll finish this Mickey by saying cheers to the fallen.
And so it ends. My history comes full circle. Sensing its twin, the Wraithblade uncoiled itself from me.
Remember, no
and
inner monologue.
instead
This is
wound
all out loud.
lovingly around its former self. I felt its grip loosen, and as the blade left me, its absence chilled me more than its presence ever had. A foreboding sense of emptiness and loss stole over me, and a terrible revelation gathered like a storm at the edge of my awareness.
I mean,
With
look at
all
those
other
facial
foes
expressions and
exhausted,
tell me he's
the
not
conjoined
saying this out
blades
loud.
turned themselves on me, and I realized, finally, why I had sensed nothing when Janos offered me the blade. The Reaver was never forged to be a soul-stealing weapon. The ravenous, soul-devouring entity trapped in the blade was, and always had been, me. This is why the blade was destroyed when Kain tried to strike me down. The Reaver could not devour its own soul. The paradox shattered the blade. So, this was my terrible destiny. To play out this purgatorial cycle for all eternity. I could not bear it. Despair overwhelmed me. You. Are you enjoying this game? Don't fight it, Raziel. Give
into it.
Was this your destiny for me all along?
Trust me.
I felt myself weakening, unable to hold on any longer. The Reaver was too strong. The compulsion to simply let go, too great. And then, a growing sense of vertigo and the familiar displacement. The paradoxical moment when my twinned soul hovered both outside and inside the Reaver blade. This was the instant, the glimmer of temporal distortion Kain had been counting on all along. This was the edge of the coin, the minute flicker of probability upon which Kain had gambled everything.
Now you are free to reclaim your true destiny, Raziel.
Behind Kain's eyes, I could see new memories blooming and dying as history labored to reshuffle itself around this monumental obstruction. And I could see by the dawning horror on his face that perhaps we had strained history too far this time. That by trying to alter my fate, he may have introduced a fatal paradox.
My God. The Hilden. We walked right into their trap. Raziel, Janos must stay dead.
But Kain's warning was lost as I slipped into the spirit realm, too weak to maintain my physical form. And there, waiting for me as always, was the Reaver, the Wraithblade, my own soul, twinned and bound eternally to me. And I realized that I could never escape my terrible destiny. I had merely postponed it. History abhors a paradox.
It gets the slow clap because it's still cheesy, but gotta love it. Oh no, I totally, like, I totally feel you on that. Like, that ending the first time I saw it, like, blew my mind and made me, like, be like, oh my god, I cannot wait for the next Legacy of Kain game. I cannot wait for it. And then between that time, because I played Soul Reaver before I played any of the Blood Omens. I played Blood Omen 1 and 2. Blood Omen 1, as silly as it is, awesome. Blood Omen 2, as silly as it is, kind of shit. I actually have both of them on my PS5 right now, so I may be playing them both now that we're done with the Soul Reavers, but they are not HDified, so they gonna look kind of shitty. But, yeah, then after this was like, my god, I can't wait for the next one. And then Defiance was announced and was like, oh god, this is going to be awesome. And then Defiance came out and was like, my god, this is mediocre. Not shit. Blood Omen 2 is shit. Then you saw the Hilden were cringe. And yeah, no, the Hilden were, like, really, the Hilden are kind of more less inspired versions of the demons we saw in this game. Like, yeah, everything about Defiance is kind of like a, aww. But everything before that, before Defiance, except for Blood Omen 2, is awesome. But, yeah. This obviously concludes our Soul Reaver retrospective. We will be continuing on, obviously, with our 9 Souls series. We are 4 Souls down, 5 Souls to go, because 9 Souls. So unless the game pulls, like, some kind of surprise on me and only gives me 6 souls to kill. You know, we're like, I think about halfway through 9 souls. We're continuing on that. We're continuing on with Horizon Zero Dawn. Big up to Amy Hennig as well. Again, I mentioned it at the start of our Soul Reaver 1 series, and I'll mention it again. She was quintessential, especially with Soul Reaver 2, in insisting that whenever there was dialogues instead of monologues, that the actors act in the same room. Which is why when you, like, go through this, like, bonus footage in the original PS2 version of Soul Reaver 2, or what I've already checked out, they brought it over to this remastered version. You see, like, Michael Bell and Simon Templeman, or Michael Bell and Tony Jay, standing side by side with their mics there, just recording their lines together, so they could actually have a dialogue, and it wasn't just, you know, this guy in an isolated booth and this guy in an isolated booth, and we make it sound like conversation post. No, it was actually fucking conversations in this game, which is, like, something Amy Hennig insisted on. Just like when it came to Uncharted 2, she insisted on, it's like, you're having the actors mocap, have them record their lines at the same time. And that's, again, like, why did Uncharted 2 win so many freaking Game of the Year awards and get celebrated for having such a well put together dialogue within its story? Amy Hennig. So, yeah, no, the outtakes for Blood Omen are hilarious. Actually, like, we'll see if we can find the blooper reel. We will see, because if we can, like, let's see. Actually, let's see real quick. Bonus content, yes. Galleries, music player, lost levels. Like, is that something I can play? Holy shit! There are... Okay, I'm not gonna check this out right now, because I need to smoke, but there is lost levels for Soul Reaver 1. Like, Lore of Noscop, that's a cool bonus. Videos, that's what we're looking for. Outtakes, yes. This is what it's all about. Let's have some of these together.
The making of Soul Reaver.
Soul Reaver. I feel an obligation to work out since I'm Soul Reaver. So when the time comes I really meet everybody, I'll be able to wear tight black outfits. And they won't feel so terribly disappointed to see that it's the 60-year-old cocker.
This is actually beautiful.
I had to go out and buy a PlayStation. They sent me Soul Reaver.
Right.
So I went up to buy PlayStation.
Right.
And we hooked it up in the house, and then I started it. Because I never played a game like this before. I played a game, period, other than, you know, Knick Knack or that little Pac-Man or something.
Right.
And it's extraordinary. The opening is really extraordinary, with the wings and the ripping and the throwing down of the abyss. Then getting to the labyrinth.
You hear Michael Bell's actual voice and you realize how many side characters he played in the Ratchet and Clank series in its entirety.
Get him on the rock. And my daughter is sitting in the bed. She says, "Dad," I said, "leave me alone. I'm going to do this." She said, "But I can." I said, "Leave me alone." And 2 hours later, I look up and I realize it's 2 hours has gone by, and it felt like I was there for 5 minutes. And I have gone no further. And I wanted to get into the other things. I wanted to see, because I did several other voices. I wanted to get, couldn't do it. And I said, I can't do this. So when I went downstairs, I came back up, and I looked, and she's already well beyond me. And I said, so there's got to be a chip that the kids have in their heads that some of us don't have from another time in our existence.
Yeah, yeah.
This is a CD-ROM?
This is a video game for the PlayStation 2.
There's a lot of talk for a video game.
It's a story-based game.
Yeah. I'm so used to sort of doing
Fucking Odo right there. That's awesome.
Go through that door. Don't go through that door. Hey.
There's more to being a vampire than drinking blood and ripping out throbbing hearts.
This is very true. This is very true. Okay, yeah, no, let's look at a few more of these. That's awesome.
The continuum of history is simply too strong, too resilient.
Good one.
You look at Simon Templeman and you suddenly realize when you look at Dragon Age Origins how much he actually looks like Tairn Logain.
And he did what? And he goes into 3 pages.
Sitting down and taking a rest.
And it's so great. That is so funny.
So we're getting some pop-ups on Parasite. Poetic.
Poetic Parasite. Wouldn't that be poetic irony? The biggest parasite of them all.
39,919.
You stay here. I'll go and warn the others. I'll go and warn the others.
Be gone. You are not welcome here.
One name was just a little easier. 906.
Be gone. You are not welcome here.
You'd be surprised. Amp up that accent just a little bit.
I thought it had disappeared a little beyond the page.
Oh, let me out of the room.
License to kill. I know.
Licenses. The scenery and me will go.
I fear you have been followed. You must save yourself, Raziel. Janos, no!
It's fucking epic, I know. It's wonderful.
How did I do it? Was it okay?
It was so good. That's the way I'm going to do it. George Burns. As Janos smash into the blade.
How many voices do you do?
Just one. I mesmerize you to think that it's more than one.
It's a hypnosis trick.
Yeah.
I'm under a spell right now.
He's the man of many voice.
Of many voice.
Just think it's
Great.
Embrace your destiny, Razia. You must reclaim the Reaver. It alone.
Rest in peace, Rene Auberjonois.
You alone.
You will always be Odo and the stinky professor from Avatar The Last Airbender, and Janos Audron to me. And you are wonderful. Rest in peace.
It alone was forged for you and you alone. But I liked it.
It alone was forged for you, and you alone, it was for you alone. Hey, give me a break here.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, sure. One more. Let's do it.
Look at this black heart. How still it beats.
Or how it still beats would probably be better, wouldn't it?
That would help. And also look at his black heart rather than this. But otherwise, perfect. 10, 11, 3 in a row.
Understudy?
Look at his black heart. How still it beats.
I'm not going to be able to say it. We'll have to change the whole story.
I'm telling you.
Demon! He thinks he can change his destiny. What a fool!
What kind of demon is this?
Very creepy. Very creepy.
Like that? Big guy like that?
He thinks he can change his destiny. What a fool. Let the next squad take him. Let the next squad take him. To arms! The unholy ones approach! To arms! The unholy ones approach!
Awesome.
To arms! The unholy ones approach!
Wow.
The unholy ones approacheth.
I absolutely love his, what do you call those things that attach to the glasses? But, like, I absolutely love those.
Compelled to touch it. To take it up. Please. Please don't take my line. Please, take my line. Please, take it away from me. There's my unique resurrection. Give me a unique resurrection. First he takes my wings, and then he takes my unique resurrection. And the man has no pity. Stand your ground! It's quiet tonight. You know you got the bluest eyes.
We've been out here a long time without a female vampire hunter.
Let me enlighten you, poor Raziel.
Well, Renee.
What? What?
That's terrific.
Okay, well.
Yeah.
They're doing fucking Muppet voices.
Clean up those lungs.
Glad we did those at the end.
Yeah, we're gonna go through them all. They're great.
Ah, my wayward
Rest in
child.
peace, Tony J. We've had to RIP 2 actors in this game.
What am I to make of these ruins that litter the land, and these images here in this chamber?
Merely the deceits of a failed civilization. You are being misled, Raziel. This ancient race hoped to manipulate the future with these scrawled misdirections. You must tread carefully. There are dark forces at work in this world, bent on subverting your true destiny.
I have no doubt of that. The question is, am I in their presence right now?
Your arrogance will spell your demise, Raziel. Deny my will, and the arc of your destiny will reach a sudden conclusion.
Your threats are even now I'm beyond your reach.
My reach is longer than you realize. This is a very dangerous game you're playing, Raziel.
They just wanted... Like, there was no outtake or blooper on that. They just wanted to show how badass the two of them were nailing their lines. And I appreciate that.
Raziel, the failed assassin. You had Kain at your mercy, but lacked the courage to fulfill the act. And now you see the wasteland wrought by the tyrant's hand, by his selfish decision to preserve his own life, even when it meant sacrificing the whole world. This is the fate of Nosgoth, as long as Kain remains alive.
An ironic condemnation, given this case.
That...
One would think you torn
You
down
like the vid where you say you
single-handedly.
could never make a pornographic phone call because his voice is so
Drag your
recognizable.
loathsome body through this chamber. And why, as Nosgoth descends into madness and misery...
Technically, from what I've heard from Michael Bell in terms of his voice acting career, he has about 4 or 5 voices, so it depends on which one is the most recognizable, maybe.
I am the engine of life, the source of Nosgoth's very existence. I am the
Oh,
hub of
that's
the wheel,
pixely
the
as shit.
origin of all life, the devourer of death.
Or maybe you're just hungry. Could it be as simple as that? Wouldn't that be poetic irony? The great adversary of the vampires turns out to be the biggest parasite of them all.
Do not test my patience, Raziel. I made you, and I will unmake you if I become so inclined.
As your agent, I am beyond.
There are fates worse than death, Raziel.
Oh, I see you now as you truly are. A cancer, a spooling parasite burrowed deep in the heart of this world.
Go now. Play out your pitiful rebellion and take your place among the destroyed, the used, and the damned. But know this, you are mine for eternity. You have always been, and will always be, my soul Reaver.
I think it's very, very telling of the badassness that was Tony J. That for, like, all the outtakes we've watched, like, if it's Michael Bell and Rene Auberjonois, they're fucking around. If it's Michael Bell and Simon Templeman, they're fucking around. If it's Michael Bell and Tony J, it's look how badassedly they nailed these lines.
At last.
I must say I'm disappointed in your progress. I imagined you'd be here sooner. Tell me, did it trouble you to murder your brothers?
Did it trouble you when you ordered me into the abyss?
Eternity is relentless, Raziel.
When I first stole into this chamber centuries ago, I did not fathom the true power
And again,
of knowledge.
you can thank Amy Hennig.
To know
It was
the future,
her
Raziel,
that insisted that when they do the dialogues, as I already said, that they do them together
man,
like this.
I could never have contained such forbidden truths. But each of us is so much more than we once were. Do you not feel with all your soul how we have become like gods? And as such, are we not indivisible? As long as a single one of us stands, we are legion. Our futures are predestined.
I'm laughing inside, looking at Simon Templeman delivering these lines, because, like, as an insult to the character of Taryn Logain in Dragon Age Origins, I literally named my Mabari hound Logain.
How could you profane a priest by turning him into a vampire?
How could I not? One must keep his friends.
And I'm just kind of stricken by how much Simon Templeman actually looks like Taryn Logain, and I just can't get over that right now.
Better to serve me than those whose passion transcends all notions of good and evil.
The Sarafan were saviors, defending Nosgoth from the corruption that we represent. My eyes are opened, Kain. I find no nobility in the unlife you rudely forced on my unwilling corpse.
You may have uncovered your past, but you know nothing of it. You think the Sarafan were noble, altruistic? Oh, don't be simple. Their agenda was the same as ours. You nearly had me, Raziel. But this is not where or how it ends. Fate promises more twists before this drama unfolds completely.
Alright, we gotta keep going. We gotta find these good funny ones by Tony J. So far, all I've seen is him being a badass, not him being silly.
It is heartening after all these years to hear my name spoken without contempt.
Raziel?
I know I already said it, but I'll say it again. Rest in peace, Rene Auberjonois.
Heaven back. All it seems to reach this moment. But I don't yet know why.
For thousands of years, I have waited, alone, here, losing faith. At the time of the binding, 9 guardians were called to serve the pillars, and I was summoned as the 10th guardian, the keeper of the Reaver, the weapon of our salvation. Over time, our race died out, until I alone remained, sustained only by my obligation to you and by my guardianship of the blade.
And the other 9? Why did their guardianship not sustain them?
I don't know. As our race dwindled, the humans prospered. I have watched over the centuries as our history faded.
All of these guys, when I think of Tony J, I don't think of Cthulhu and Soul Reaver. I think of Megabyte. I think of Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito's dad and twins. Primarily, though, I think of Megabyte.
Why would the pillars summon human guardians then if they are meant to be served by vampires?
The pillars choose their guardians from birth, Raziel, and vampires are no longer born. This is the crux of our dilemma, and this is the terrible irony. With their vampire purge, the members of the Circle have assaulted the very architects of the pillars they are sworn to.
Also, as a non sequitur, one of my favorite voice actors to watch in the booth is Mark Hamill, simply because of how much he emotes. Like, go and watch any reel of Mark Hamill playing the Joker in the booth, and just, like, he becomes the Joker in person. It's freaking awesome. And just, like, watching Renee
simply
kind of do his thing right here is reminding me
They
a bit
have
of
this
that.
foolish notion that destroying me will somehow topple our entire bloodline.
Also, Camilla's Fly, The Neighbors. I don't think I've ever seen that, so maybe I'll have to look into
I've
that.
seen them mustering their forces in the village below. Yes. I don't know what they're plotting, but I fear our time may be bitterly short. Mankind seems to have brought you only torment and grief. You must hate them. They fear what they don't understand, and they despise what they fear. But no, I do not hate them. Borodor does. He has suffered much. He cannot forgive them. Should they be forgiven? They don't understand.
I never heard if he was trying to get a part in this game or not.
Vulnerable to manipulation.
I don't know. I cannot confirm or deny that.
What Kain and Borodor have told me. I really am some kind of unholy vampire messiah. Unholy? No. Messiah, perhaps. I don't like that word. It smells of martyrdom. Raziel, your role in this world's destiny is more crucial and more benevolent than you've allowed yourself to believe. Your journey will not be easy. Dark powers are allied against you. But I think you already know this. You appear to have been cruelly tested. The binding must be secured, Raziel. The pillars are the lock. And the Reaver is the key. Yes. The Reaver is here. Why do I feel nothing? The most formidable weapon ever forged by our swordsmiths.
Also, speaking of Simon Templeman, not just The Neighbors, but Simon Templeman, like, not just The Neighbors or Taron Logain, but Simon Templeman was also great as Uncharted's first villain. Funny enough, Uncharted 1, 2, and 3, also written by Amy Hennig, and Simon Templeman was cast as the first. I can't remember the character's name, but Uncharted, Drake's Legacy. Yeah, Simon Templeman was the bad guy.
You must save yourself, Raziel.
Janos! No!
So after all this, you make my case for me. To end this stalemate, you must die so that new Guardians can be born.
The pillars don't belong to them, Raziel. They belong to us.
Your arrogance is...
The way he actually has his hand on his chest, like he's display. Oh my god, like literally almost in the same way that like Kain in the video has it. Like that's amazing.
But it's a secret you have to discover for yourself. Unearth your destiny, Raziel. It's all laid out for you here.
You said it yourself, Kain. There are only two sides to your coin.
Apparently, sir. But
See, this is why I love watching voice actors in the booth, especially when they get to act opposite each other instead of isolated. Like, you really get to see, like, the emoting and get them, how they get into the character. It's awesome.
Tiresome, Kain.
And profoundly ingrained, Raziel.
You must understand our presence here doesn't alter history. You and I meet here because we are compelled to. We have always met here.
I can't remember the voice actor's name, but one guy I'd really want to see is in the booth sessions of Egon from the Shadow of the Erd Tree DLC. Just, you know, like, just to see him actually sitting there going, "Curse you, Bale!"
Too resilient. Except, how do we explain William here? The beloved boy king turned tyrant. In my youth, I witnessed William's rise to power and his transformation into the nemesis who laid waste to Nosgoth. Years later, I stumbled upon a chance to journey back in history unaware that the entire affair has been carefully orchestrated by Mobius. In my wisdom, I seize this opportunity to murder the young king before he can ravage Nosgoth, and thereby provide the catalyst Mobius needs to ignite a genocidal war against our race. This one reckless act unravels the skein of history. The nemesis never becomes the nemesis. William dies a martyred saint. I, the vampire assassin, become the author of my own species' extinction, and Mobius profits from all of it. I destroyed a tyrant only to create one far worse. But how can it be so? How? If history is immutable. The answer is here in this room, Raziel. Mobius propelled William and me together, but ensured first that we were both armed with the soul Reaver. The Reaver is the key. Two incarnations of the blade meet in time and space. A paradox is created, a temporal distortion powerful enough to derail history. If you truly believe in free
And, like, honestly as well, you gotta give Amy Hennig credit for, like, writing this for a video game in 2001.
I was ordained to assume the role
like,
of balance
seriously.
guardian in Nosgoth, while you were destined to be its savior. But the map of my fate was redrawn by Mobius, and so in turn was yours.
Like, unless you were, like, a serious RPG, you were not a video game in 2001 with this quality writing. Like, are you telling me Devil May Cry had this quality writing? Or Final Fantasy X, even. Well, Final Fantasy X had kind of this quality writing, maybe a bit less, but definitely not this quality acting. But, actually, yeah, as another funny side story, I remember reading recently, the, actor who recorded the lines for the original Dante was saying that the reason why the voice crack when he runs into with the scene with Trish, like, you know the line, "I should have been the one to fill your dark soul with light." Apparently, the reason they left the voice crack in is because Hideki Kamiya was in studio that day when he recorded that. He heard the voice crack and fell on the floor laughing and was like, "No, use that take. Use that take. That's Brett wonderful." Anyway.
Oh no. Every time you turn up,
70 years old.
Terrible happens.
Well, that doesn't surprise me because, like, look how old Michael Bell is in this.
No drama.
And both Renee Auberjonois and Tony J are already dead. And I'm pretty sure Tony J died in his 90s. And I'm pretty sure he was close to his 80s when he recorded
I think
this.
Mobius has played a little trick on you.
Then again, like, if you look at Tony J between, like, Twins and this blooper reel, and Twins was, like, over 10 years before this was done, he hasn't fucking aged. So, I don't know, really.
My heart doesn't need hardening, Kain. If I even suspected that destroying you would make any difference, I would do it this instant.
I knew you'd see through them, Raziel. Janos is indeed the key.
Ooh, he got a haircut between the last
but you'll need
outtakes
to
and
find
this
your
one.
own way back into Nosgoth's path.
Things you notice.
Make no mistake, though, Raziel. You and I are now in great danger. We are irritants here. Malevolent forces are being marshaled to eliminate us.
You talk as though we're allies.
Regardless of your sentiments,
But still, 70 years old
their
this
eyes,
year for
we
Simon
are.
Templeman. That's...
Well,
yeah,
we
that's
certainly
crazy.
tried to eliminate you, Kain. Can be no doubt of that. I am assaulted relentlessly.
I wonder if he has the same hair, except it's only, like, stark white now. I'd have to see a picture.
As for me, I suspect they made a grave error when they allowed my unique resurrection. I don't think they know how to destroy me.
You mustn't
As a
underestimate-
dude in his early 40s, no, I'd say Simon looks like a man in his mid-40s. But he's definitely dyeing his
If
hair.
there's some grand conspiracy going on, the right hand doesn't appear to know what the left is doing. Even Mobius seems to be caught out at every turn.
Mobius is a puppet, Raziel. Haven't you realized that yet? That's the sweetest irony in all of this. Nosgoth's great manipulator is their plaything. But the ones pulling the strings haven't shown their faces yet.
They don't like us unwriting their carefully choreographed history, though, do they?
You must understand, Raziel, we haven't unwritten history, we've merely rewritten. The future flows around our petty actions, finding the path of least resistance, while admitting only the slightest alterations. This is the reshuffling you felt when you refused to kill me. And remember, Raziel, we are irritants in this regard as well. History will not allow the introduction of a paradox.
And if events cannot be reshuffled to
And,
accommodate the change.
You can tell
The irritant
with the amount of effort and emoting these guys are putting in the booth. Like, they looked at this writing and went like, oh damn, this is for a video game? Like, this isn't for a play? This isn't for a TV show? This is for a video game? Oh damn, this is Amy Hennig, you good. We're gonna actually put some effort into this.
And who has slandered me so? Your malefactor Kain? The one who betrayed and destroyed
Oh!
you?
Okay,
our
not an
common
understudy.
enemy?
That's Mobius.
Consider the source before you judge me too harshly. We'll forget about rekindling our old friendship then. But consider an alliance based on our common ground. We both want Kain dead. I can help you do it. You may never again be human, Raziel. But you can re-embrace the essence of your humanity and the nobility of your Sarafan heritage. Go to him, Raziel, and end this. But first, you will need to find your way.
I like how he's
of the stronghold,
templing his
and in
fingers
this,
the entire time,
I'm
because
afraid
you
I
can tell,
cannot
like,
help you.
Mobius is a
My soldiers
pensive
will not
bastard, so
understand
he's
your
taking a
appearance here.
pensive
They will try
stance
to
while
kill
delivering
you.
his lines.
You needn't fear them, of course. They're no match for you. Try to keep the casualties to a minimum, but do what you have to do. By my soul, you almost had me, my little blue assassin. But that'll be the one and only chance you get. I assure you of that. So, Raziel, here we are finally. You have no choice but to confront me now. And I am not so foolish as I've let you believe. We have business to conclude.
You knew I would lead the Sarafan to Janos, you vile bastard. You've been orchestrating my every move. My destiny is an amusement to you.
It was fun while it lasted. I think not, Raziel. Malek, do not let this creature leave. He poses a danger to the circle. Poor, deluded Raziel. Did you somehow imagine you had the guile to change history on me? I'm the time streamer. I knew your every intention before you did, you imbecile.
All right. Oh, wow. How many of these are there? 2 more. They had to give Mobius a little bit of love, I guess.
That look on your face, Mobius.
You really don't know what to do now, do you, old man? Here you are.
Mobius and Ariel are like the two
And I
from this
suspect
game
things
who I
aren't
don't
progressing
know
quite as you'd hoped.
the actual names
You're not
of the
used to the
actors.
fly turning to confront you in your web, are you?
Kain's devious influence has poisoned your mind, Raziel. Now you see betrayal everywhere, even in your closest allies.
We were never allies, Mobius.
Oh, that's Richard Doyle.
Conspirators,
I
perhaps.
know that name.
Briefly.
Why did you not kill Kain when you had the chance? He was at your mercy.
Precisely.
I had a choice, and I chose mercy. And now I know your
Just out of curiosity, who's Ariel?
the significance of that displacement I felt when the two Reavers came together. Strangely enough, I was enlightened by the devious Kain, not by you. In fact, I've learned much more than you counted on. I understand now how you've tried to manipulate all of history for your own personal gain. But now all your little schemes are whirling in ruin around you, aren't they? All because
And a gun.
I chose to exert my will for once, rather than obey the demands
Her name
of
I'm not
sorcerers
as familiar
and
with.
spirits and demons, all singing the same tiresome refrain, "Kill Kain." I'm setting my own path from here, Mobius. I intend to discover the truth behind all of this.
But you condemn us all with this.
Either they're going to be in the last outtakes here, or they are lost. Because, unfortunately, unless they had outtakes included in the original PS1 version of the Soul Reaver disc, which I have,
You really think that you're exercising your free will,
they
Raziel?
only included
You're simply
the
Kain's
bonus
servant.
content from Soul Reaver 2 in this remaster.
I merely did not kill him. Raziel, do not forget your purpose here. You are destined to be the savior
Now
of
I'm
Nosgoth.
curious.
I'm sick of
Hang on.
hearing that particular phrase. As for saving Nosgoth, so far I see precious little reason to bother. And I'll choose my own purpose from here on out, time
One
streamer.
movie.
Right now, I
To
choose to
imbed-
manipulate you for a change.
Sorry,
Go. In
Imdib.
there.
What are you doing?
Come now, Mobius. You're a cunning serpent. You'll piece it together, I imagine.
And a gun.
This error is of no further use to me. You will operate this device to provide me passage. I want to see the
Oh,
world
she was
in
in
a
Breaking
simpler
Bad,
time,
apparently.
before the Sarafan began their crusade.
And what about Kain? You're leaving your core.
She was also in Sully.
You kill him if it's so damned important.
You need only touch the two poles of the switch, and the device will transmit.
Whole bunch of shit I've never heard of.
But I urge you to reconsider.
You've lost your powers of persuasion, old man.
She's done voice acting for Robot
Rot
Chicken,
here and forget me.
which is kind of cool. And the Mindy Project.
Raziel's back and Mobius has got him. Tonight.
Here's Mobius show.
Fucking Michael Bell. Hang on, we got one more. And I'll find him on YT if I need to.
I see my reputation precedes me.
Oh, the other guy whose voice actor I have no fucking clue
All
who he is.
good, I hope. I've been watching you since you emerged from that accursed stronghold. Strange that your arrival coincides with the corruption of the Pillars. But I'm wondering, are you the catalyst of these events? Or are you the answer to them? I distrust your origins, stranger. Seeing you crawl from the putrid depths of Mobius's keep
Paul
makes me
Lukather.
question your purpose here.
Oh, he's dead.
And what should I make of
He died
your
in
appearance?
2014.
Not human, clearly. And more demon than vampire.
So 3 rest
And
in
the
pieces
Pillars.
on this casting
It's
list.
no mere coincidence that your arrival in that clearing heralded the Pillars' decay.
He was in Friday the 13th, the
And
final
so I
chapter,
ask you,
and Metal Gear Solid 2.
Are you the instrument of the Pillars' destruction?
Damn,
Or
Vorador.
salvation? Very well.
And Ark the
Let
Lad.
us look at the other side of the coin. I have
And
followed
Alundra.
your journey and
And
watched
Cow
as
and
you
Chicken.
blithely unlocked secrets that have been
Cool.
sealed and forbidden for thousands of years. The
Gotta
path
love
you
him
have
to-
been treading is open to only one being. You don't know what you are, do you? What's the point? This world is beyond redemption. Let the human cattle have it. Fairy tales, boy. The delusions of an ancient culture clinging to hope long after the world had discarded them. Their bloodline trickled away until only one of the ancients remained, sustained solely by obligation and his unfaltering faith in the old prophecies. But even if you are who you appear to be, it no longer matters. You're simply too late. I'm afraid, my friend, that you and all of us are out of luck.
Well, that's it. So if we want to see Tony J being silly in Soul Reaver, apparently we will have to do it with by going to YouTube in your own time. But yeah, that was cool. Yeah, no, like Paul Lukather, I was noticing noticing he was in a couple of interesting things. Like I said, oh, what? He was in Pirates of Darkwater? Jesus. He was also in an episode of Cheers? Okay. The fact that he was in Friday the 13th, the final chapter, is pretty funny to me. But, yeah, no, that was pretty awesome. Hey, you know what? Like, honestly, making it through the outtakes was a joy because you can tell from, just playing through these games, regardless of the time they came out, but also if you think about the time they came out, as an old ass or middle-aged ass man like myself, like, they did an amazing job. Like, for both 1999 for Soul Reaver and 2001 for Soul Reaver 2, like, you'd honestly be hard-pressed to find better acting in a video game in either of those two times. And case in points for both, Soul Reaver came out in the same year as Silent Hill and Resident Evil 2. Go watch any videos on the voice acting in those games. You'll see my point. And, of course, as we already mentioned, like with Soul Reaver 2, Devil May Cry, Code Veronica, fucking Final Fantasy X with the... I think I read that ha-ha-ha line better than the actual voice actor for fucking Titus. So, again, like, that's where I'm kind of going with that. Anyway... This concludes our Soul Reaver retrospective, obviously. As I said already, we'll probably be checking out Blood Omen 1 some point down the line. Maybe Blood Omen 2, but Blood Omen 2 kind of sucks. And if I feel like doing things with Steam and Twitch again, maybe Defiance, because Defiance is not available on the PSN or Xbox Live Marketplace or Nintendo Marketplace for some reason. Well, not kind of understandable for the Nintendo and Xbox part, but not so much the Sony part. But SR1 still has the coolest intro ever. SR1. Soul Reaver 1. Yes. Nope. Ripping the wings off. Definitely one of the coolest intros. Definitely better than the intro to the original Blood Omen. But yeah, nope, cool. Yeah, definitely tune in. Like I said, our next stream is either going to be continuing on with Horizon Zero Dawn's remaster or continuing on with Nine Sols. More than likely Nine Sols, because Nine Sols is fucking awesome. And if you slept on that game, I'm just throwing it out there right now. One of 2024's best releases. Check it out. But we'll be back tomorrow. Thank you for everyone who joined us tonight. Camilla's Fly, Mr. Drew, wife of Drew. Always great to hear from y'all in the chat. Always great to hear from people. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Y'all have a good night. Peace.